Hey everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program RP-0. We have successfully made a transfer of crew. Actually, I want to check the life support available just to the station before I undock. I know we're carrying entirely too much for what we need for the shuttle. And so we might as well shed some weight and drop them some supplies. So there's all the life support in the shuttle. Locked 128 days for 5 crew. We're going to take 3 of them home. So we're probably looking at a little more than half a year. What's that? 11.6. Yeah, we can gift them a little bit of this. We'll bounce some of our resources around. Don't you worry. I think. What do we have in here? Oh wow, that's a lot of oxygen, not a whole lot of food or water, so we'll gift them that also. I know it's not even making a real dent in anything, but you know, it's something. All right, so let's we'll unlock this stuff, and that's our primary life support container. It has lots of all the things. So we need to undock the shuttle and move them to a lower orbit so they can satisfy a contract. And in my review of the space station contract, we actually need to bump the station up into a slightly higher orbit. We need to get the periapsis for it above 400 kilometers. So that will be a relatively small correction, but first thing first, let's, no. Can we not undock here? What's going on? Alright, yes, undock. Now I have transferred some fuel into the shuttle so that hopefully we will have enough to perform these maneuvers and get ourselves home safely. We did run a little shy on RCS fuel last time, but it was late enough in our descent to where it didn't actually matter, I guess. Man, maybe not, because this tank is still empty. That tank is halfway. This little tank here is topped off. These tanks, well, they were. I guess they've seen some use. And I believe this tank back here is also empty. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, there's that. Let's go ahead and get these solar panels out, make sure we can keep our batteries topped off. Fantastic. Alright, and so let me just double check the contract. Below 375, so yeah, we need to make total adjustments to our orbit. So I guess we will first swing out to our apoapsis and make a correction there. I'm not gonna actually do this by the node, I'm going to do it by hand. So, goodbye orbital station, we will see you soon. I guess while I'm sitting here thinking about it, we're going to transfer some of this life support to a more centralized tank. It just helps with the weight balance. I should have done this at the same time, actually. So I will lock you open, I will lock you open, and I will now also open you. Unlock. Unlock. Out. 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 Alright. We'll give that just a few minutes to do its thing. Yeah, maybe more than just a few minutes, because transferring things into very small tanks takes a very, very long time. Needlessly so, if you ask me, although I understand it's for the point of accuracy, it's still very annoying. This is at 4 times regular speed, and it still took this long. Alright, so now we will just say goodbye to our good friends at our orbital station. See you guys in about a month. And we'll warp our 40 minutes out to our node. Make sure we don't overshoot. It doesn't actually matter all of that much. Alright, RCS is on. We're about a minute or so from our apogee, which we're just going to bump our periapsis down a little bit. I think, was it 325 or 375? 375. We need to get it below. Alright. And we can probably just do this with the help of RCS. It's not going to take a whole lot. We'll just shoot for 370. Why not? There we go. RCS off. Fantastic. Alright, and now we just need to lower our periapsis. No, we're not in the business, there we go, making nodes anymore. Below 375. Yeah, there we go. 14.9 meters per second. Not a big deal. Alright, let's warp around our 45 minutes to get that accomplished. I'm gonna overshoot. Nope, still got 3 minutes. Look at me. Doing good. Yep, 30 seconds left. Alright, RCS on. Let's get ourselves turned in. How's our batteries looking? Topped off. That's what I like to see. Alright, maybe we can just do this with our RCS. Nope, I'm going to light the engine. That's taking too long. And shut down. 370 by 366. That should satisfy this contract. Yes, it does. And our eccentricity. Now they have to stay in orbit for 8 days. Perfect. So we will disable their RCS. Are their panels facing into the sun? Quite enough. Oh yeah, almost perfectly. What are you guys doing? About 90 some odd percent? Yeah, 90%. 99%. More than enough. Yep, electric charge is topped. Fantastic. Alright, now we need to switch back to our station. We can get rid of this node. Where'd the station go? What? Oh, whew. Just could not see it. Switch to. Alright, so basically we just need to raise our periapsis for the station. So we will make note out here, apoapsis, and see about what it's going to take to get that periapsis above 400. Thankfully not a whole lot. It takes it up to about 408. That should be within tolerance. 8.7 meters per second in 44 minutes. This is going to be interesting because we don't actually have a dedicated engine on here, just a bunch of thrusters. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. I'm going to stop us about 5 minutes beforehand to see how long it's going to take to torque this massive thing into the appropriate orientation, which I've already blown right past. Thrusters not responding. Tanks are unlocked. Oh, maybe it's the avionics. Activate avionics. Nope, still no response from the thrusters. Okay. That's interesting. Activate avionics. Unlocking controls. Okay. Wow, it's a whole lot of thrusters. It's a good thing we're moving quite smoothly. I'm not seeing any of that notorious wiggle I would have expected. No big deal. 2 minutes, 3 seconds. We don't have to be particularly accurate. We just need our periapsis above 400 kilometers. So we'll just start our burn-in now. It looks like it's going to take quite a while. Okay, nice and easy. There you go. Hey, it's working. Look at that. Our station can adjust its own orbit. Unintended consequences. Alright, there's 400. I'm going to take it a little bit beyond that to make sure that we don't accidentally bring it down by touching it. Alright, there we go. RCS off for now. Take a quick save and see where we get. Alright, so let's see if that got some of these contracts. Yeah, that's crewed orbital. First space station. Come on. Space for 4, at least 2. We'll do another crew unmanned. What? Okay, well, when we launch the new module, it will go up uncrewed and keep the crew on the station for 30 days. I don't understand why this isn't checked. It has crew, it has 2 Kerbals on board. The orbit is fine. Transfer to the station, stay there for 30 days, return the crew home, and keep the station in orbit. Okay, that's interesting. It seems to be not wanting to give me credit for it again, but we'll get a new module up here to it. Maybe that will hit some of those nice check marks for us. Let's just get it into the daylight so that we can see how our panels are oriented. Not particularly well. RCS. No. RCS, thank you. Nope. Let's go that way. How's our battery looking? Oh, we're already charging. That's good. It'd be nice to have a bit of an excess. See, our charge is going down. That's interesting. Well, maybe the panels haven't rotated into the sun yet. Yeah, right about there. 90. Yeah, we should be getting about 90% off of all the panels. How about you? 91 even though you're in the second row. Perfect. And how's our radiators functioning? Yeah, 54%. We'll take that. Retract radiator. I misread it for a second. I thought it said ladder. Awesome. And our 2 new scientists have lots of things to work on. We left them with some interesting data, although I don't know if they're actually going to generate anything. It says they'll kick out about 0.6 science per day. Hooray. Which means at the end of their 30-day or so mission, we'll be lucky to have like 20 some odd science or something like that. But yeah, they've already generated .066 science. Doing good. Alright, we should switch back to our shuttle and make sure that they are completing their part of this contract. Ta-da! Alright. And let's just, yep, 7 days, 23 hours left to go. So I guess we will just let them make some orbits, shall we? Yeah, wow, with the sped up footage, that's just dizzying to watch. Although, super glad I focused on Earth and not on those spacecraft. That would be hectic. Although, I'm sure they're having a much better time than we are. Somebody probably bought a Game Boy or something. It's entirely too advanced of technology for just Parcheesi anymore. Huh. We're being kicked out of Time Warp. Still 12 hours to go here on the clock. Oh! Clarkson. He's going to be falling towards Jupiter for many days. So we can actually close this alarm. We've got 12 hours left on this. So we're probably about 15 hours away, 16 hours away from getting them on the ground, and then we'll go take care of our first slingshot maneuver. Why did the clock stop? Okay, there we go. And of course, nowhere near a good... Oh, hey, look at that. I think we could shoot for that. Where are we? That's the lab. So we are actually coming up. I'm going to have to switch to Zhangjing. I'm going to be so off on that pronunciation. Baikonur, no. So right about here-ish. Add maneuver. Let's see. That's almost too perfect not to shoot for. I'm gonna miss, but we're gonna shoot for it. Alright. Oh boy. So that is going to take us 103.5 meters per second, and that is in 9 minutes. So let's take a quick save, let's jump and switch our launch site, and then see if we can't pull a runway landing out of this. Holy snikes. Auto-saving. Space Center. Alright, so... Cheyenne? I wonder if that's how it's pronounced. Alright, launch site is switched. Kerbal alarm clock, you can go away. STS Bravo, fly. Okay. So our bird is in 8 minutes and some change. We can probably just ride this out for a couple of minutes. Okay, not quite so literal. Let's get ourselves angled into retrograde. Yeah, we're gonna have to vent that liquid oxygen, or we're just going to be too heavy. I have missed the node. Great. Fantastic. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ignition. Well, so far so good. Alright, we are deorbited. Alright. I hope that 10 kilometers isn't too low. But now that we're deorbited, let's bring up the liquid oxygen portion here. Liquid hydrogen dump. Okay, liquid oxygen dump. We did not need a tank nearly that large. Probably should have done this before. Okay. You just gonna make that noise this whole time? Action in progress. Well, you can stop your action in progress. What are you dumping? Okay, yeah, no, we don't want any of that. How can I make you stop this now? Oh, goodness. And I'm honestly quite scared to click on anything else. I think it's still trying to dump this stuff. Action in progress, cannot close window. Seriously? Your action is done. Okay. Oh, jeez. Well, that's always good. Alright, so you know what? We're just going to hit F5 and take a quick save and try to reload, and hopefully that stuff, that window won't be there anymore and it won't be making this irritating noise the whole way down. Fantastic. And good. Everything is empty. Okay, good. Our periapse is still there. The node just transferred. Whatever. We can get rid of that. We've got 1 minute and 13 seconds of RCS fuel. That might be cutting it a little skimpy. Electric charge is topped off. Mild drain, but will be atmospheric before these will be able to do us any good. So let's go ahead and pull in our panels. Turn off our lights. And close up our cargo bay. Perfect. Alright, well, I guess we'll just warp around. Well, we should probably angle ourselves in and get about faced and get ready for our Atmo. God, these things chew through so much fuel. Alright, let's do it. Thunk. There's Atmo. Alright, let's get that nose up. Right about there is good. Where are we? Over Africa. No big deal. That's our landing site, just a little beyond our periapsis. We should be able to bump past it. If not, we've got a lot of land mass. This looks relatively flat if we come in too shallow. And other than that, if we can make it over these mountains over here, we should be able to perform a grass landing, I hope. So we're gonna open up atmospheric autopilot and get ready to hit our master switch, but in the meantime we can kind of just coast on in here nice and easy. I doubt, but it'll be a very glorious sunrise soon. Alright, we're going to try this with SAS off and the master switch on, as was clued into me by the comments. So we'll just have to see how it works, I guess. Wow. All the thruster firing. Okay, no. You need to get that nose up. Up. Nose up. Nose up. Nose up. Please. Oh man, directly into the sun. I hope you guys brought your sunglasses. Nope, none of you are wearing sunglasses. How are you going to do this? Can we please pick the nose up just a bit? Master switch off. Nose up. Master switch on. Do not put that nose back down. Do not do it. Alright. Looks like it's trying to hold that angle. We're going to start burning some thrusters off soon. Eek. Yeah, hopefully very soon, because we are just chewing through fuel. Yep. Here they go. Goodbye, little thruster. Keep that nose up. You keep that nose up. What are you doing? Some of this I will just never understand. You've got to get that nose up, dude. Come on. Come on. Those rear thrusters aren't even firing. Oh, I did not mean to just hit the space bar. Great. Arm. Arm. Yeah, you're gonna start burning off engines. Get the nose up. Which would only be slightly ironic, considering one of those engines is already broken. Now, we need atmospheric autopilot to maintain yaw control, but it seems that without SAS on, it's just going to keep pitching the nose straight into the wind, which is fine if you're flying a normal aircraft under somewhat normal conditions. I'd say even at fairly high Mach speeds, but when you're trying to use the atmosphere to slow yourself down from an orbital velocity, pointing the node straight in just generally doesn't fit the profile, nor does it increase the survivability of your crew. So with SAS on, although the angle wasn't nearly as high as I would have liked, it still prevented us from burning up in the atmosphere and exploding. Now, this is other than that little experiment gone kind of awry, this was pretty much a normal reentry, although a little more buffeting side to side. I'm wondering if there's some offset mass somewhere, some tank on one side of the spacecraft that is more full than its counterpart on the other side. So that's really all I can speculate as far as why this particular mission is being so particularly wiggly all the time. Or maybe this Sheruiken just likes to shake his tail feathers. Who knows? But we were pretty much on target to come down relatively close to our designated landing strip somewhere in China. And to do so, in fact, with only making very minor alterations to our general heading, and that is just to kind of pitch us a little north every now and again, just to try to adjust for some of this angle, though I'm still quite not at the skill level where I feel like I could be making S-turns for braking or drastically altering our descent trajectory this high up in the altitude. Although I think this would be the place where this shuttle would probably most masterfully make those kind of adjustments. So we are about to make a first flyover pass, so we did overshoot by, quite a bit. But, I don't know, as I get better, I promise I'll start implementing some techniques to actually put this thing down on concrete for a change. But we are fast approaching our landing site. It's about to come into view, so I will turn you over to Old Me. Oh my god, is that it? Down there? In that hole? I don't even know how to get an approach to that. Wind in through the mountains and then try to... Oh, that is the worst landing site I have ever seen in my entire life. Alright, well, we're going to loop around. We're going to try to land somewhere near it so that we can get as much of our value back for this shuttle as we can, but I don't think putting it down on that runway is going to be a thing, just to be clear. There's just absolutely no good approach to that. Especially not for something that needs a nice, long, slow, easy approach. Oh my goodness, that is horrible. Whose idea was that? I guess it's a launch site for rockets, not necessarily a return flight or site for space planes. Alright, well, we can try to start getting down in the atmosphere a little bit. I wonder if that's a river or snow. And yeah, that was totally it. Bummer. Okay. Fun times. Let's try to bring this thing on home as best we can. I guess looping up and then trying to come in between these two mountains and set down on this flat stretch on the approach to the city is probably our best bet, although, who knows, really. Okay, let's get the nose up and let's try to make some angles here. Now, had I been paying attention, I certainly would have switched the atmospheric autopilot either master switch off or into a mode more suitable for making corrections. Alright, Bowman. If you could very gracefully put us on the ground, sir. Yeah, it's not Bowman's fault. This was my fault entirely for leaving my automated systems engaged when I no longer needed them. We could have been making a much more extreme change to our AOA and still remain stable. I know this from testing. I just wasn't paying attention, but that tends to happen a lot. Like a lot. Yeah, I don't think we're making it all the way back to that mountain pass. So we're just going to find a nice flat stretch, which looks like is either in front of or behind us. Yeah, there's a city right below us. Very interesting. Alright, master switch, you're killing me. You see how much more authority I have now? Yeah, I don't think I have any real desire to go winding through that mountain pass again. Especially when I've not had the greatest track record with putting these things on the ground in one piece. So, maybe we'll just, yeah, I think we're going to shoot for right along there somewhere. Now that we've bled off most of our speed, we can start to make our approach as gracefully as this thing is capable. So we'll just level off here to southward heading. A little bit more. Come on, you can do it. Alright, and we are officially subsonic. So, let's find a spot to land. Or a spot to just nosedive into. That's fine too. I say we're too low for this to be cloud cover, but it looks like it might be. Smog, perhaps? I don't know what is up with this stupid wiggle. Whoa. Do not turn SAS off. That was super interesting. Never seen that happen before. I guess I've never turned SAS off before either. Eek. Glad we got that back fast enough. Yep, just nice low-hanging clouds. Very interesting. Wonder why so much of the imbalance. It's gonna make your landing very interesting, Bowman. I'm sure you can do it. I really don't understand where this buffeting is coming from. Unless it's just SAS being weird. Alright, 3 kilometers altitude. There's a good glide we can lock in. So we're going to try to take it to just beyond these clouds, and then we'll set her down in the grass. Hopefully very slowly. Maybe we should just land in the clouds. That looks like a pretty vicious hill. 2 kilometers. Alright, Bowman, you can do this. Very quick jaunting turn followed by a dive. Yeah, that should be good enough. Alright, get some of that speed back. 1.9 kilometer. Alright. Should be good enough for a glide. Very good. Nice and easy. Alright, let's get the undercarriage out. Down and locked. Alright, just carry it in nice and slow. You are picking up some speed, and that's fine. Looks like you got plenty of room. $800 meters. Drag chutes are armed. Let's see if they work this time. Yeah, looks like you're facing up a hill. We should have carried that turn. It's hard to see the terrain here underneath these clouds. Nice and easy. 500 meters. And this is the exact part of the descent that makes runway landing so challenging. You need to be slow enough not to bounce on the crappy wheels, but still maintain flight. Where's the shadow? There's a shadow directly below us, basically. We're just going to flare out a little lower. 200 meters. I can't tell if it's a hill or if it's just the clouds messing with me, but I'd like to get our touchdown speed to a little below 100 meters per second, if we could. Oh, that's a hill. Oh, good. This will be fun. 124, 140 meters. Ground's going to come up to meet us. 116 meters per second, 112. Keep it steady, Bowman. 91 meters per second, 64 meters. Nice and gentle. Drag shoots out. Rear gear, a little bit of bouncing. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Oh, the drag chutes worked. Hooray! Oh, that's awesome. Successful touchdown. Now they'll just slowly drag a parachute on the dirt until it brings them to a stop. Yeah, we're not slowing down very much. Let's bring up friction control. Friction control, and stopped. Keep the brakes on. Success. We got the whole thing back this time. That's awesome. Solid mission, everybody. So that's going to do it for this episode, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you in the next one. So until then, see you later.